Good morning everyone, I am Bilal Maliki watching VM Tech Tech Learning Every Day. So in today's video we are going to show you a demo how to create a virtual machine in Azure portal. So first of all you have to log in into your Azure portal and then you can straight away jump into the resource group. Let's create a new resource group real quickly. Okay, I have selected my subscription which I want to add. Now I have to name this resource group. It's a demo resource group. Okay, tags always good to have. So for purposes demo, view and create real quickly. Once this resource group is created, then I'll add. Okay, I'll go to the resource group it's created. Now we're going to create a virtual machine in this. I'll click a virtual machine here. Okay, I have searched for a virtual machine and here is one. But let me show you. I can select the operating system what I want to use. If I want to go for any Windows one or Linux one, I just have to check that and it is going to, let's just see these two options. Now after selecting these two types of operating system, it offered me all these available options. So this is how you basically select the versions if you want to, but I'll just straight away go ahead and create a virtual machine. You can also select the operating system here in the I'll show you here in images section. So I created this new resource group for the demo. I'm going to name this machine as demo VM. Then I'm going to place it in East US where I placed my resource group. For the time being, I'm not going to export these things. It's just a basic demo for virtual machines. You can use that for your high availability purpose, availability sets and zones. But for the time being, I'm selecting no. Here you can see all the images which you need from the marketplace. So their Linux, their Windows server, etc. etc. So I'll go with the default one for the time being. It says 16. Okay, fine. Then there's a size for the VM. Like I said, you can select it upon your choice. If you want to filter the specific size, you can make the selection in the filter section, and it gives you multiple option. Also, it gives you the cost per month it's going to, like, you're going to bear for this virtual machine. So but again, for the demo purpose, I'll go with the this default one. Let's just uh, create a local admin account for that VM. So by this we would be able to log into that machine for the first time before joining the domain. Okay, for the time being, I'm just putting it on a none. Here you can select if you have the licenses and you can buy the benefit. You can have 49% savings, and you have to check both of these, but for the time being I'm just unchecking that, keeping it with the default. Then you have to select the type for the operating system you want to use. For just the demo purpose, I'm selecting HDD, but it's always good to have SSD on operating system disk. Here you can also attach the data disk if you want. You can do this here and you can do later on as well. So let's come to the networking section. It has created a new demo RGVNet, which will end up with the name of demo RGVNet by itself. I can also rename this if required, but I'm not changing it. You can also modify and delete and set the address range and subnets with your choice. But for the time being, I'm leaving it to default. Then I'm associating a demo public IP with it because I have to access it. For the time being, no basic rules. Okay, I have to basically do an RDP. So I'll select this RDP with the basic allowed RDP and moving forward so that I can connect that machine and show you guys. Okay, the boot diagnostic is enabled. You can shut it down, like you can off this option. But as I mentioned in my previous lectures, you can set this on a specific time and this machine will be automatically disabled, shut down, you may say. So here is the setting for patching. If you want to do it manually or whatever, an organization is preferred to have on manual updates. So I'm moving forward with this option. Then there's nothing to discuss right now at this moment. Purpose must be added in tags. It gives you very handy information before going into details, like which VM is associated for which specific reason. It's always good to have tags. So once this validation process passes, we can create our resource. It's good, it's green. This is going to be the cost for per hour for this resource. Here are the details which you can see. Okay, you have opened a public input port for RDP only. These are the sizes. This is a subnet range you have selected. It's going to have a public IP address and rest of the settings which are made. Let's just create it. So once we push this create command, it's going to initialize its installation process and a deployment process. Here you can see initializing deployment, and it also uh, will be giving a phase where you can see the deployment stages. Okay, now that takes you itself to the uh, stage where it is deployment is in progress. Here one by one you can see which resources are being created and like in process, one by one, like it will create assign a IP address, then it will create a network interface, then it will create the virtual machine itself. So once that deployment is completed, you can have your resources, you can have your VM to access, and you can do your work. And here's a bit of detail. This is correlation ID. Basically, this code is for, it's going to be only for this resource, means this specific VM, and it could be used in any code or Azure functions maybe, or anywhere else you want to use. So here we are. We have that NSG created because we selected the RDP. Do not get worry about this thing. I'll cover this NSG in a separate video. Then it associated the uh, public IP address. It created a virtual network. Then it has created a network interface. Now it's in a final stage of creating this demo virtual machine itself. Wow, we have it. So let's go to the resource directly, and here you can see we have all the details, like come under the networking part. Here you can see in the NSG section under the networking, it created the demo VM NSG by itself, and we selected this RDP to be open for any location. You can restrict this as well. We'll discuss that in detail. Then I have to show this you boot diagnostics. So this screen helps a lot. It's not from the diagnostic storage account that can be okay, that will be uploaded in a few seconds, but we can straight away go up to our machine and connect it via RDP. So I have downloaded this file. Let's just connect with it. I will be using my um, credentials which we done before the test admin. Now it's connecting with the demo VM which we just created. Here we are, guys. I have successfully logged into my newly built VM, and let's just see in the server manager what it has. Okay, it's fresh. You can add the rules as you required, and what is my local server? It's a demo VM, unjoined. So here we are. We have created our machine, and now we can um, do what we like. Thank you for watching VM TechNet. If you have liked this demo, kindly like and subscribe my channel. And you can also put your comments and remarks and the suggestions in the below section. Thank you for watching.